Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can lay your very own cork roadbed or foam roadbed or whatever. So, what you're going to need for this video is obvious some cork roadbed. You can get these at your local train store in a box. You can get a whole crap load of them for like $1.50 for a 1 yard section. So, next what you're gonna need is a hobby knife. I use X-Acto. Some sort of cutting material like this, not like this, I mean. Next you're gonna need a small hammer, preferably about 3/8 of an inch wide, maybe, or yeah, maybe ½ inch head or smaller. Next, you're going to need a fine print Sharpie that'll be used later. Some pliers, because you're gonna screw up sometime. Some Loctite Power Grab all-purpose adhesive. You're going to need some track nails, some rail joiners. I use code 100 or 83. You can pick both of those up at your local hobby shop. And the X-Acto knife. Oh, and you're going to need this. Well, I already mentioned that. Duh. So, let's get to it. Now that you've figured out you have all your materials, you're going to need, obviously, some space. Now, don't be afraid to put some trash on your layout, because this isn't final, obviously. I'm trying to make a yard, which is very bad because this is my first layout, and I'm teaching myself, basically. So, now that you have that out of the way, you're going to take your roadbed, and usually it comes like this. It comes like this, and it's stuck together. What you're gonna do is pull it apart. I already pulled mine apart. And on one side, you're going to find some cork every here and there that didn't get completely cut off by the machine to hold up the other piece with it. So what you gonna do, once you have that, you're gonna want to take your knife like this, and you're gonna want to scrape off the cork. So I'm going to yeah, try and prop the camera up. So you take your cork roadbed and you scrape all that off. Don't be afraid to use just a little bit of force to make sure you see all those little cork bits and pieces fly off. And make sure you have a nice clean cut ridge. Like, kind of how it looks like the machine cut it, but I will tell you one thing, if you do it yourself, it's not going to look as good. But that's okay. I'll show you later what I mean by that. One side of the cork bed you won't even see. Don't be afraid to make sure you have all the small pieces of cork roadbed off completely, because like I said, this will be permanent once you put it down. 90% of the time. lets you know you screwed up and you put the track down the wrong way. And you have to take everything apart. And that's okay, because you're going to fail, and that's what life is, failing and retrying. Make sure you don't cut yourself at the very end trying to hold the road bed. Always be careful. So, now that you have the side cleaned off from your knife, you're going to take your yardstick or ruler. I prefer if you'd use a yardstick because it just so happens to be exactly a yard long, the cork bed as well. So, what you want to do is take your road bed, even them up, and you're going to find out how far you want it. So I'm going to do, let's see, I'm gonna do 6 more inches. So what you do, you line it up with the cork bed, you go to 6 inches, and then you take your fine print Sharpie and you make a small line where it's at. So you're going to find 6 inches, you're going to mark it. Now that you have that marked, you're going to do the same with the other piece of cork road bed. Now make sure they're the exact same length, because that is going to be key when you're track laying. So, now that you've got your marks here and here on each piece of road bed, you're going to want to take either your X-Acto knife or just your everyday foam cutting knife, I think. Or if you want, you could even use scissors if you want. But I like to be a daredevil and use the X-Acto or this knife. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Sorry about that. So you take a piece of cork. You're going to want to cut. Use the X-Acto knife. Okay, instead of doing that on your track, which wouldn't be the best of ideas, I, personally, in my own time, have made this. This, not the knife, and parts and pieces. So, take all the stuff off of that. You won't need it, obviously. That's another project I have going at the moment. Alright. Sorry about that. So, come down here where you have enough room. Clear some space. And take your knife. 2 strips of cork road bed. Bring them on down here. And then cut them on the wood, because this is 1-inch thick maple, I think, and I just spray painted it. Getting tired. So, take that, you cut it. Obviously. Now, once you have it most of the way cut like that, you can obviously just bend it, and then kind of pull it, like a pull apart. And it should give you pretty good accuracy when you cut it. So you do your second cut on your other piece. Now that you have both pieces cut, you come back down here with your X-Acto knife because you're going to need it. And move your yardstick. Take your pieces of chalk, whatever. I call it chalk because I'm retarded. Anyways, you want to slide in your piece of cork. I've already nailed that down, that part, so it's just kind of useless. So, take your two pieces, you lay them like that. Then you come over here, grab your Loctite. Take the cap off, no homo. And you want to squeeze it on there, no homo. Now don't put too much on there because you're going to want to spread the glue out, no homo. Okay. So once you got your glue down there, you're going to take your knife or X-Acto knife and you spread it out on both pieces. Now once the Loctite is dried from your knife, you can actually scrape it off with either your fingernail or another knife blade. Now that you have all the glue spread out, you have it all spread out, I'm going to carefully take it and put it down underneath the track. You slide it in place. Now if you want it curved, no homo, that's pretty gay. You're going to curve the roadbed. Put a lot of pressure on it. And grab a track nail. Put it through the cork. Like that. Then you want to tack it down with your hammer. Make sure not to tack it in all the way because you're going to want to take that out eventually once the glue has dried. Now I'm doing HO scale if you guys haven't noticed. If you guys are train dummies, which at one time I actually was, believe it or not, as most of you train friends once were. And that's okay, because you've always got room in your brain for learning. Now don't be surprised, the one piece on the outside is the same length as the other, but this one will be shorter once laid. Don't be surprised by that. You're going to see that happen a lot, which is why you have your extra pieces from laying all this down, all that, and you're going to have leftover pieces to cut and put down in places there. Make it even. So, take one more track now. Put it down. Tack it 1 or 2 or 3 times. And leave that dry for about 15 minutes. You can use, obviously, different adhesives. I just think the liquid Loctite is working best and what I use it for. Okay. So, now that that's drying, you can go into a different section and start working it in there. Now this is starting to come up because I didn't use enough glue there, and it just dried and started peeling up. So I've got to glue that back down. Once again, take another track now, temporarily, put it where you want it at the end. Also, if you want, I use this technique every now and then. If you have a long piece of cork, you can actually tap the cork to make sure it's down. So now that we can work on another piece, come down, grab our supplies. We bring this stuff back down here. And you're going to do the same thing that you did with the last small pieces. Going to mark where you want the pieces. Now that you have both pieces marked once more, you can do the same thing.
Why did your cheese take stuff in the bathroom?
Sorry about the background noise.
Drew?
Yeah?
Doesn't sound like you're doing homework anymore.
I'm done. And I'm also filming a video, so, I mean, that's good.
Alright, 20 more minutes, and then you gotta get a shower.
Okay. Thanks for ruining my video, Mom. That's good. Great company. Okay. So, now that you have more pieces, you can glue them. Don't use too much glue on the smaller pieces. You don't want to put a lot on there. No homo. Now, Randy Meadows, if you happen to watch this, which if I were to know you, you'd probably watch this when I upload it. I know this is going to sound really weird, but Randy, if you're interested, I would like to collaborate with you in the near future. And it's okay if you say no, because I don't really care. But just want to toss out the idea. We can hang out for a day. Maybe go to a trade show. I don't know. Hang out. See your layout, see my layout, you know. Train stuff. But anyways, back to the video. Once you have those glued, you're gonna take it and put it back down on the track, like you did 2 minutes ago. Now, if you're going straight and it's not a very long piece, don't worry about putting track nails down. You can just take a piece of straight track. Oh, crap. Might be out of straight track. I think I am. That sucks. Well, anyways, I'll make a part 2 of this video. And I'll show you the rest of the steps to actually track lay, because now that you have enough room to put another straight piece down, you can do that. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.